You are about to listen to another episode of That Sports Guys podcast, hosted by Craig Forrestall. Find Craig on Twitter at that_sports_guy. The That Sports Guys podcast is proudly featured by NFL Draft Diamonds, your draft coverage king. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some football talk.
Hello and welcome to another episode of That Sports Guys podcast. I am Craig Forrestall. You may know me from Twitter as at that_sports_guy. But this evening I have with me former FIU defensive end Noah Curtis. Noah, what's going on with you?
I'm doing really good. It's great to be here.
Awesome. Likewise. Glad to have you. And I always like to know about, where it is that people come from. I'm big into hometowns. And for you grew up in Riviera Beach. What was it like growing up in Riviera Beach, Florida?
Yeah, well, West Palm Beach, Riviera Beach, Florida. Yeah, it's like a small town in the Palm Beach County area. It was growing up, it was pretty good, stayed out of the streets, got involved in sports and did school really early, So I feel like West Palm Beach and Riviera Beach, they molded me into who I am today.
And now you talked about getting into sports. You also played some basketball growing up. Were you always focused on football, or did you have hoops on your heart at first?
I actually grew up liking basketball first because I played it first. And I was a very good basketball player growing up, but then once I got to middle school, that's where I really started to set apart with football because I was just like really good at it, and people started like really taking notice. So I'd probably say middle school, that's when it really took a difference. But I stopped, I kept playing basketball till senior year of high school, and those were the final days.
And now Palm Beach County is known for producing top football talent. Who are some of the guys that you played with or against growing up?
Oh, let's see. Titus Centeo, he's a quarterback at Colorado State. We used to go back and forth. Who else I used to go? Man, this is such a good question. Man, at Palm Beach Lakes, DJ Edwards and Armani Eden, those guys, they were always good. Jamal Gates from Dwyer. We always had some battles. I want to say, I keep forgetting his guy's name, but we call him Peanut. He went to Suncoast. He was committed to Oklahoma. We always had some battles. Josh Powell from Suncoast. There are a lot of guys that we had really good battles with, but I'd probably say the one guy that I really loved going up against was James Blackman from Glade Central.
Absolutely. And Blackman now with Florida State. Noah, let's go ahead and let's talk about the recruiting process. What was the football recruiting process like for you?
Well, recruitment it's like a blessing, but it's always like something added on to it. If there's good and bad. It's good that you got all these coaches that want to invest in you and want to take a chance on you. It's just hard when you got to pick that one school, and when it gets late during the recruitment process, spots start to fill up at your position. So it's really hard to make a decision. It's really hard to choose a team. So I always say it's bittersweet, but I enjoy my recruiting process a lot.
Now, over your career, you recorded 109 total tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 2 pass deflections, a forced fumble, and also a fumble recovery. Could you talk about your strengths as a player, Noah?
Well, for me, I'm always an effort guy. If you watch on film, you'll always see how I'm running to the ball. I'm always the first one there because I want people to know that whether I make the play or not, I'm always around the ball. I always want people to know that nobody's gonna out hustle me on the field. So I take great pride of running to the ball and setting myself apart from others.
Now, Butch Davis is the head coach at FIU, and he is known for his time with the Miami Hurricanes and Cleveland Browns. What was it like playing for Coach Davis, and could you describe the culture of the football program?
Well, before I say anything, when I first found out Coach Davis called my house, I was like jumping around because I'm like, we were talking about the Miami Hurricane coach and the former Dallas Cowboy coach called my house for me to recruit. But I can say, when as a freshman in 2017, as soon as I got there from the start, the culture started to change. FIU, we went from like they were like a losing team, with all these losing records. And my freshman year, the senior class with Anthony Wynn, Trayvon Williams, Alex Magoo, Thomas Owens, they set the standard for what FIU is today. And Coach Davis is a big part of that. He changed the culture with, strength and conditioning. He made sure everybody was on time and like, dressed properly. He made sure that everybody was attending classes and getting good grades. His thing is always get an education first. And you can see like the results of that. Like we have over like the whole team is graduating now. So like from before. So that's really good. So Coach Davis really did change FIU program in a couple of years.
Now, due to the pandemic, we didn't know if football would happen this year.
Mm-hmm.
But fortunately, you were able to lace them up a few more times this fall for FIU.
Yes.
What did it mean to you to be able to play this fall?
Oh my God. It was like this season was like going to be like special to me because like I got my weight up. I got stronger and faster. I was mentally stronger in the last year. I was so ready for this year. And it was just a blessing even to play 5 games this year. And it shows that I gave it my all and I let it all out on the field as a senior. I have no regrets with like what happens. I feel like, everything happens for a reason. I feel like I'm just thankful for those 5 games that we got to play with my brothers and with the coaches. So I want to take anything back.
And now, Noah, I want to ask you about leadership because everyone is a leader in their
Mm-hmm.
own way.
Yeah.
How would you describe your leadership style?
It varies. I lead by example. I do the little things like you show up on time, you work hard in practice. When I need to be vocal, I will be vocal. Like when something needs to be said, like within the leadership group or on practice with our position group or the defense, I would say something when it needs to be said. I will always, like try to like I will always be like lead by example. So I'll teach the younger guys, show them like how to do stuff with technique wise and the plays and stuff. But when there's somebody needs to like step up and talk for the team to get them going, I feel like I would be that guy.
And now, Noah, when you think about your football future, what do you think about?
Oh man, dream since I was a kid. Everything's my dreams are starting to come true. You know, the goal is to obviously play in the NFL, and I'm so thankful to be in this position that I am right now. You know, I'm just so happy. Like I'm gonna get an opportunity to play in the NFL, and if that doesn't happen, I'll be happy. With anything like CFL and other top leagues. But I'm just so thankful to be in this position right now. You know, I gotten this far. Not many kids can say they gotten this far to where they say they're NFL prospects. So I just take my blessings day by day.
And now, Noah, you were recently invited to the Spiral Tropical Bowl. What
Yes.
does it mean for you to get an opportunity to be in an all-star game type of setting like that?
It just shows that like my talents and like my games being recognized. I have the opportunity to showcase my skills to not only like myself and like the teammates, but to the scouts, so I can show them like, any problems that they think I have, I can show them that, I can do whatever I can do what I need to do to play good. So I'm just very thankful for the opportunity and I can't wait to compete.
And now, Noah, we've gotten to know you as a football player, but I have a
Yes.
few questions away from the game to get to know the non-football you. You ready for them?
Okay.
What's the best advice you ever received?
Ooh, best advice I ever received. I probably say it was from my fiance. I had my low times. was in a low place last year, my junior year, before my senior year, and there's just there's like doubt and stuff that plays into your mind. But I'm lucky to have my fiance and my in-laws to help me pick me up. She told me this one day. She said, Noah, it's hard, I know, but it doesn't matter how much you fall. It's how much you get back up and you keep fighting, how much you can keep going. You know, how many times you get knocked down, you keep getting back up and you keep going at it till you can't go no more. And I feel like that like that helped me out a lot, because it helped me get my weight up, it helped me get stronger, and it helped me get a whole different mindset. So I can honestly say to people who need advice, just it doesn't matter how many times you fail or people tell you can't do it. It's just how many times you keep coming back even harder and grinding even harder to become a better person or player.
What is that one candy or junk food snack you can't live without?
Ooh, there's multiple. I probably say Starburst and Sour Patch Kids. Those are the two things I can't live without.
Now, I got to know, what is the best color Starburst?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm always like orange and red. Those are the two ones. The two.
What? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. I said if you go to the other Starbursts, they're Tropical Blast. It's like the Fruit Punch one. Those are really good too.
Yeah, what is it about the red? Everyone always says the red is the best flavor. So
it is. It's just when you think of Starburst, what's the first color that comes to your mind? It's red. It's just it just tastes the best. Honestly, I don't know what it is, but it just every time I open a Starburst, it's just the first one that pops out. So I'm like, this has to be the best one.
Now, let's go ahead and let's ask you, what's your favorite movie ever?
Favorite movie. I'd probably say Friday Night Lights with Billy Bob Thornton. That's probably my favorite movie of all time. I can remember days just watching that movie over and over and over again. I love Friday Night Lights.
What is your favorite way to relax after a tough or stressful day?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'd probably say going to the beach just to lay down on the grass and just lay down and relax. Just talk to yourself and just going to the water and just relaxing. I'd probably say going to the beach.
And now the last question I have for you, Noah, who is the person that has had the greatest influence or impact on your life and why?
My fiance, without a doubt. From the moment I met her, she just always been in my corner and supported me through the highs and the lows. She's my best friend. She's been through a lot with me, just helped me get to the position I am, and I can't thank her enough for all that she's done, all the advice and all the help and support and love that her and her in-laws have given me over the past 2 years, basically. So I give all the credit to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Noah Curtis, a former defensive end for the FIU Panthers. Pay attention to him as he gets a chance to take the field one more time in the Orlando area as a part of the Tropical Bowl as he goes to show his talents for NFL scouts and personnel. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Noah Curtis. I am Craig Forrestal. Until next time, stay safe and be easy.
Hey everybody, Craig Forrestal. Thanks for tuning in and listening to another episode of That Sports Guys podcast. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at @that_sports_guy to catch all the latest updates and podcast episodes. Until next time, stay safe and be easy.